Hello fun and welcome back once again to Gary Grigsby's War in the East. We're playing turn 5 and yeah, let's continue here. I've cleared the pockets and I've moved a bit. Well, I haven't cleared all the pockets, but at this point I do think we should be able to continue moving. Now, what I'm gonna do here, we know they have 3 routed units here, so if I can kind of like get rid of these over here, yeah, it's gonna cost me some panzers, I get that, then potentially I can get into Nikolaev if, yeah, sweet, okay. That also helps a lot for me to have crossed the Ingol. And yeah, I cannot attack, I cannot move in there, but I'll deal with that on the next turn. Obviously, the next push would be towards Kherson and the Dnieper, or the southern part of the Dnieper, at least. Alright, now the time, I mean, I need to move up here, so going in here, these guys, there's no... Again, I'll likely lose quite a few tanks because of this. But I want to do a heart attack here. Bye. I want to create some space here because these seem exceptionally weak. 11th Panzer does have to rest severely, though. Most of its remaining tanks are either damaged. They're also extremely fatigued, so I'll put them in Kirovograd and they'll probably stay there for quite a while. At any rate, for you to go up here, that's 36, and you have 34, so they actually will have less by that stage. Interesting. But I need to push these guys. I might as well actually do that with you. Get into Kirovograd. And start dishing out. Okay, that creates space, which I needed. 29, 33. Now, I think I should be able to take care of these without too much trouble, since they're much weakened. Going in here will get them the combat delay penalty immediately. Not looking forward to that. Okay. That clears an opening. Now I know they could technically now go down and allow these guys to kind of like a re-escape, which is not what I want. So I'll try to put some units in there as a protection. Now, the move towards Kremenchuk. You will have 15, 19. So the tanks will be in the best shape to move forward. There is still Leibstandarte here, which probably has the best movement. They will have 22 remaining. Not bad, okay. What is going to be important? Well, for the Kiev encirclement, the key areas that I need to get to are Poltava, cutting off the road here, and anything along the Konotop-Sumy line from this side. because then at the very least they will have to move by walking, or at least they cannot get out that easily. So ultimately that is then what I'm looking to do. Let's see here though, because what I can do is put this here, and then if I use this tank, I can just kind of block this so that they'll just not be able to get out. Like, and there. And this area is secured enough that I don't worry about it. Yeah, they cannot cross. Okay. Fine. 13, 10. Yeah. Let's see. Sweet. Alright, let's have 25th rest at Krivo Rock. Again, I feel like they're gonna get encircled for a turn, and then afterwards we can retake it. Taking Krivoy Rogue though this way, they have resource production. I think it's quite important to grab it. And doing that so early is nice too. Now obviously I don't know what they have in Dnepropetrovsk and or Zaporozhye, but I cannot reach that regardless. 6. No, I cannot reach it in any possible way. This is 13, 10, 6. This is super tricky. It really depends on how much they need to cross the river. It seems like it's 4. 13, 10, 6, 3, 0. Technically that should potentially allow me to cut off that southern rail. But given that there is such a huge opening in between here, and I do feel like I need to protect this. For example, by moving you in here currently. I have the tanks in Kirovograd. That's not a problem. I'll move you here though, so this will not get cut off that easily. You should move. Let's keep you in Kirovograd. But let's yeah, so it's 15, 12, 9, 6, 3, 0. That also doesn't help. Got Kremenchuk. I would like to continue along further. Let's go into Galashina and stay there. So I'll try to get to Poltava on the next turn, but the fact that I got that river crossing, at least for now, is good. And like I said, I cannot cut them off on this turn any which way, so it's not as if that was already a clear-cut case. They're under the 30th, but I'll just as well move them up. Alright. I still feel this is a pretty significant breakthrough. Yeah, we did not get an immediate encirclement, but the enemy is likely to go and retreat from the Ingul River. That's one. We got Krivoy Rog, crossed the Dnieper over here as well. So I'm actually quite pleased at this, and like I said, this just plays into me trying to get another grand encirclement. I'm just doing it a little bit earlier this time than I did during the last game. I'm starting turn 5 now. Now once this is cleared, these guys can also quickly move up, although I do feel like I should be able to get most of them, if not all of them already. And of course we have now the 11th army that can quickly keep moving forward. Let's go to the north here. So what I aim to do in the north now is to go and take a look at units that might perform heavy attacks or any kind of attack after moving forward, which is probably rare. Ah, 5. Bummer. How about you? You're the only one that can launch a heavy attack after this. But I think... Okay. Unsurprisingly, they also have a unit in there. My next goal will be to attack you. Get them out of there. I don't think these should be as powerful anymore. Indeed. Okay, it seems like moving through here is a pretty heavy burden on my units, though. Well, it seems like pushing through that way is working out reasonably well. I could probably... Yeah. Okay, let's have you go in here. I can go up and these tanks can then go up here, cut that off, go in here. and take Luga. I would say that's still a pretty significant breakthrough ultimately. Let's try to get them off of that ridge. It's not an amazing attack, and I don't even know whether they can move in there. They cannot. One, two, three, four, five. Nope. I'll leave this motorized core there. There's no reason for them to move forward, and we've advanced at least a decent amount for this turn. That to the point that I'm not really that displeased, I guess. Okay, well, there is, however, this. So I think I'll need 2 infantry to deal with these. Oh, they can't even perform a heavy attack. Okay, let's do a triple soft. Still very hard indeed. Barely made it. I can, however, then move in here. The goal, at least for this turn, then, is to move toward Pushtoshka. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here. Tank unit, huh? Get out of here. Bam. Bam. And there are more units. Well. Backing into tanks across the river is probably not the most useful thing I can think of. I'll leave it at that. Okay. Bye. Is that a motorized unit? Anti-tank brigades always get on my nerves because they don't retreat. Or they generally don't. One, two, three, four, five. Let's go here. Like this. Alright. Of course I have the Lair Motorized Brigade, but I want to send those to Army Group Center. So that it's not okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's okay. It's not the best. certainly. They'll easily escape, by the way. Let's actually move you in here. So there's nothing I can do. I can only hope that they will not get encircled through this way, although they do have reasonable amounts of fuel after last turn's halt. So I do feel ultimately that they're in good shape. I don't really need to go and capture this, except I need to cut off Talon. Reason why I don't need that is because if I move up in here and capture this territory, then they'll retreat by themselves anyway, because it's then useless to kind of try and hold that territory. It's just not gonna work. That's one more unit. Let's move up. Every Soviet unit that surrenders this way is a good one. Of course, they can easily get back up to 3 million if they just pour in all their reserves. Okay, now I'm gonna keep you there for rest and refit. Out here, I know this an attack like this is not exceptionally great. Let's actually move up you in here though, because I want to secure this region, so you're not doing anything for this turn. You're not doing anything for this turn. And you're not doing anything for this turn either. All of those guys just gonna rest. Now, unfortunately, 2nd Panzer isn't going to be so lucky. In fact, they're gonna have to do at least some attacks that I am not going to like. And I'm gonna lose tanks. Now, the thing is, I need to get across this river and move at least towards Unecha in an attempt to get across the river. Crap. Ah, man. Okay. That's a disaster. Fuck me. Yeah, that's lovely. And now it's a 2. So any units that get across now are just game over. They can't do anything anymore. See, it's like, yeah. The only thing that can still do something at least is Das Reich. Right. Why do they do this though? They think it's easier to go around. They would even have to get all the way around that, huh? Well, the thing is, I kind of don't want to move too much with them, but at least a bit. So we're taking that territory. I'm sure they have a unit in there. Man, this was an absolute disaster because they suddenly... I don't know how much movement cost it takes to do a hard attack with the motorized over a big river, which it is here. It's a minor river here, and this is like literally the... No, it's still minor river there, huh? As well. Huh. Okay. Anyway... Let's widen the breach despite this being not great. Let's take the town. Like I said, I'm gonna lose a lot of tanks doing that. Great. Really had hoped they would have retreated there. But that tank is pretty much the only thing that stands in the way there, so kind of feel that it's probably for the best that way. Let's at least cross one river. Ugh. Man, things are going pretty well, but this was such an embarrassment. Do I have to put them in the swamp? I have to put something in the swamp. Might as well be the motorized. Yeah, okay. That was a disaster. They need to get here. Getting across at this point there is useless. None of my units here can move because I retook all of that territory. Alright. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. Well, actually, you could even move this way. That's pretty funny. But let's not. Okay, so some things went well, some things went wrong. I'll take a look at what I can still do, shuffle around some additional support units, things like that, and I'll be right back. Alright, I've taken care of everything, put depots in their place. I've air freighted, and yeah, that's just pretty much everything I can do. Actually, the only thing, there's this left. The one thing that I did is I put a depot here. I'm not really sure whether I had that before. It's unclear. Yeah. So I switched around a couple of these. The OKH, the only thing that I have is this motorized brigade here. Where are you? I always dislike it that I cannot go to this unit. Like, why not? There we are. It's at Krakow. Now this motorized brigade, I'll send it over to Army Group Center into Minsk. There we go. Alright. Let's switch it up and once again give it back to the Soviets. After I've put up another leader because I forgot. Friedrich Koch is level 6 infantry. Let's dismiss him and let's replace him for level 7. So he has 4, 5, 5, 6, 3. Well, combat. The thing, I always disliked it that they switched up in a way. Okay. Either way, we could have Otto von Knabelsdorff. I'm looking again at a unit that has high infantry, low mechanized, or lower mechanized, so I can switch up that way. Lothar Rendulic is good at everything, pretty much. But switching up for Robert Martinek, having a 7 infantry, that's enough. They don't really need all that much else. Theobald Lieb is also a kind of general that way. But he has 6 mechanized. I'd rather go for Robert Martinek here. Let's do that. Oh, 7 infantry. Excellent. Then the leader of these, Hans Reinhardt. He costs more to dismiss, but that's okay. Again, we're looking at a unit with at least 7 in infantry. Doesn't really matter if he has 3 in mechanized, for example, here. Because this guy's just overall better besides. Yeah, he has less admin, 1, but he has more initiative, more morale. So that's okay. Alright. Got rid of these guys. That's good. Let's end the turn. There's a lot more mud now. Once again, I think actually the weather seems even worse than it was the first time. The weather is an absolute nightmare. Yeah. Because I believe last time, at least in the south, I didn't have this rain, and this time I do. Yeah. I don't actually even know whether I've like historical rain on or something. I don't think there's something like historical weather. I certainly have not seen it. So I don't know really. Maybe. But flying out in this weather is also not amazing again. Seems like they have a depot in there, huh? Well, again, they're probably only going to do regular sorties by... Oh, we done a lot more sorties than they did even. Yeah, that actually that's really bad because I didn't even give them any directives to fly. Well, maybe I need to go to the air directives and yeah, probably I'll have to deal with it. The one thing that sucks here though is that getting all the way to the Desna and crossing it there is gonna be a daunting task either way. Man. Yeah, I most certainly messed up. Maybe it would have been a lot better to wait with the Panzers up in the north for a turn. Thing is though that they're so far from their supply already. That I'm not even so sure whether it will benefit them that much. At least they again did not have any attack. So that's okay. But I'll be interested to see whether they're gonna get back up and above 3 million. They probably will. Like I said, it's very likely that they'll get quite a few of those forces over from the reserve. Former reserve line. It doesn't look too great for me. I really need good weather, but it's just a disaster. Huh. Well, it seems like they can do that without too much trouble still. I mean, my closest air units are at Minsk. So that's generally pretty tricky. All right, let's take a look. So in the north, indeed, they got out of there, but these guys did not get encircled, and the goal was to break through, not encircle enemy forces anyway. Soviet partisans of Belarusia, yeah, sure. Not that much happened here. I kind of feel like they probably retreated back a little bit in that direction. I'm not looking to go up, but to go south, so we'll see how that works out. Seems like they're also retreating from this area. Means I might be able to move back up. These guys got surrounded, as I predicted as well. Okay. Again, I'm not too displeased. How are the Soviet numbers looking? 3.025. Sure. We still have some pockets left to cash out, as it were. They didn't take Lunanet, so it seems like they're not really actively trying to do anything there either. Alright. I'm gonna wrap things. I want to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please do leave a like, comment, or subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. So take care. See you then, and bye-bye.